Harry, we were told this is your last day as a teenager.
This is, yes. I'm about to join the club.
Yeah.
A little sad.
Welcome to old age.
Thanks.
It's all downhill from here.
Hey man, with you being in big league camp for the first time, what are your kind of early takeaways, and what do you hope to accomplish here over the next week or two before you head off to the WBC?
It's been a great experience being here and just being around, the older guys like Cal, Murph, all those dudes, just really learning from them by watching and seeing how they do things. And so my goal is just to keep learning from them, just keep watching them, just to keep taking notes of anything that I see, and just also perform when the time comes, and just be able to use everything I'm gaining here to help me out when the games start.
I saw you and Cal talking the other day for a long time, and just what kind of advice has he offered you, and can you believe how much information is presented on a daily basis here?
Yeah, it's not really like too much stuff that goes on. It's just really like recognizing the difference between like what a major leaguer looks like and what I know like a beginner like me what it is. And so I mean, for me, it's my first time. I'm out there. I don't really know what I'm doing a lot. So he's just kind of giving me a lot of pointers about like what he wished that he knew coming into it. And so he's just telling me, know where you got to be, like write your schedule out, like just prepare for everything in the day. And it's been a lot of little things, mainly coming down to just like preparation and just, being on time, being in the right place at the right time. And he's been giving me advice for that. Vody, one of our new coaches, he's been helping me. All the guys have been really helpful.
Harry, in terms of I know when we talked on the phone a few weeks ago, but your excitement for the WBC was building. We're almost on the doorstep of that now. It's getting closer.
Yes.
How has that excitement grown?
It is. I mean, honestly, it just doesn't feel real. Like I'm already every day coming in here, just like, whoa, I'm in big league camp. Like I can't believe it. I can't believe that. And then to think that I'm gonna be playing in Phoenix against like Team USA, Mexico, all those teams. I mean, like it really doesn't feel real yet. And so I'm just taking one day at a time right now.
How much game planning have you had in your head? You've seen a lot of these guys. You know what they can do, and the guys that you are going to be behind the plate for. Do you kind of think about how you're going to call for players to be pitched against?
Yeah. Like we get a lot of practice when we do live at bats and everything, and really just I've been taking the time to just kind of figure out what everyone's best stuff is and like what their best two strike stuff is versus like start of the count and everything. And so it's been helpful working with them and getting an idea of what they're going to be using in the game.
Just how special was it to your folks for you representing Great Britain in this tournament?
Oh man, my dad is a big one. My mom's British too, but my dad is like really, really British. Like he still has his accent and everything. For him, it was one of the best things ever, just because he's always been on like every single one of my baseball games since I started, and being able just to represent his country really and play for and be one of the first Great Britain team to make it this far too. It has really meant the world to him. So he's probably the most excited out of all of us.
Just how valuable can this experience be and like you said, you're turning 20 tomorrow. You played at Modesto last year, drafted straight out of high school, but now you're going to be playing under the big lights of a major league stadium. I mean, just how valuable can that experience be for you at this stage? I
mean, extremely valuable. I think, there's nothing better than just seeing the guys who do it the best at a young age. And that's why I'm really thankful to just be in this position where I get to, see guys every day, be around them, and just see what it looks like to be where, all of us want to be, and like who's doing it the best. And like just for me being this young, I just think it's like my mind's still developing. Like this is only my second full year in pro ball, and just already learning what's the right thing versus like trying to figure everything out on my own. I think it's a big game changer.
So how are you going to pitch for Mike Trout anyways?
Man, I just guess. I don't know.
I mean, you're going to be squatting in the box when he walks in, like Trout and JT Realmuto, and
Yeah.
all these guys that you probably grew up watching. How surreal is that?
Oh my God! I mean, it is like it's a crazy feeling knowing that's gonna happen. For me, the craziest one is knowing that Freddie Freeman is gonna be there,
That's your
because
guy?
I mean, yeah, I'm a big Braves. I was always a big Braves fan, and just I've watched him since like I remember the first time I went to spring training. I was like 8 years old, and he was a rookie, and he signed my ball and everything, and like. And it's crazy because I'm like, dang, like I'm literally like almost the same age, like same spot as him now, and still gonna be playing against like him in a World Baseball Classic and stuff. So it really is just it's mind blowing.
How long are these days? Tomorrow will probably be worse because it's full squad and everything like that. But like your stuff, you have individual stuff, and you have all the pictures, and then you get a hit maybe, and then you have lives and everything else. How long are these days?
They're pretty long. Yeah, they are. We get in here really early. We normally get here. Catcher's always first, like 6 or 6:30 at the latest, you know. And we're here till most of us are here till like 2 to 3. So yeah, it's a long day. We're always doing stuff, but it's what we love doing, so it doesn't get too bad.
When do you get your weight lifted in? You like to lift weights?
Morning.
Do you do it at 6 then? Is that
Yeah, that's why we have to get here early, because we got early work normally at like 7:45. So everything we do before is either lift to get it out the way, or else if we lift at the end, we're gonna be here till freaking like it's dark and stuff. So we normally get it out in the morning.
Who's here before you?
Oh, Cal's always here. No, Murphy. Tom Murphy, he's always here first. And they get all their stuff out the way. They got a little more stuff to do than me, just because they kind of know what they're doing. I kind of hop in and I'm like trying to figure it out, so I don't really know. But they got their schedule down, and they always beat me here. So yeah.
Were you surprised? I mean, I'm sure you had I've got to get my lifting in. I've got to get there early. The first time you showed up and they were there?
Yeah, first day I walked in probably 7 a.m. because I'm like, okay, I got like 45 minutes to get ready to hit and everything. And I walk in and Cal, Murph, Jake, and like 5 catchers are there, full sweat, like working out in the morning. And I'm just like, oh, this is how it's going to be. Okay. You got to get back.
So the next day you're there at like 6 then?
Yeah, I cleaned it up the next day.
You know, Murphy is like, when he was considered one of the strongest people, like they had the spark testing and all that. He was pound for pound one of the strongest. It's probably something you're kind of competitive with, isn't it? I mean, you like to be an athlete.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm always trying to be the strongest one out there. We haven't done any competitive stuff when it comes to weightlifting with each other, but I mean, we do sometimes when we go out and throw, and you know, all of us are competitors, athletes. We want to be the best, and so whenever we get the chance, we try to.
Cal talked about, like, one of the things that he learned was that he couldn't put himself first, that everybody else was first, especially his pitchers. Is that something you grew up with, or is that something you've noticed even more so when you're here and seeing how the big league guys work?
Well, that's definitely something that they talk a lot about as for being a catcher, because we're kind of like servants to pitchers, and we gotta put them first above us. But I'd really say that my mom taught me that the best. She's always been kind of. My mom's like the most selfless person ever. Like, she always puts everyone else's needs before hers. So I think I really learned that from her the best, and kind of just like coming here is just like going over the same stuff sort of. So I think probably my mom helped me the most with that.
Hey, you talked last year about, you know, your biggest takeaways of success were that you just learned how to be a pro, you learned how to be a good teammate and everything. But after those first 2 months, I mean, the offensive numbers just really spiked. What was working for you at the plate? What was working for you in terms of being comfortable and, you know, having all that production for the rest of the season?
Well, it really just took me a minute just to figure out like what I got to do to be me, and to be the best I can at 7 o'clock. And like, honestly, I just wasn't comfortable yet. I was just like, I didn't know how to live on my own. I was kind of just nervous every day being around so many older guys and stuff. I just didn't feel like myself. And then like I think my coaches, Sos and Scotty, they helped me the most, just bring that out of me and just allowed me to be me, and just help me figure out what I got to do to be me. And so like once I got a little spark, I just flew from there. But it was really thanks to them that I got that.
Did your leadership kind of qualities come up when you got more comfortable too? Like, because you hear when guys are throwing bullpens or doing stuff, catchers are the most vocal guys. Murphy's loud, but Cal's talking and stuff. Did that come up with you when you got more comfortable? Because you are talking to older guys. You're probably talking to guys 2 or 3 years older than you and tell them, hey, I'm seeing this or something like that.
Yeah. It's helped. Of course, being comfortable, being able to talk to guys like that. It's gotten better over time for sure. But yeah, just whenever I'm comfortable, I feel like I can actually say what I'm seeing, and it's not like, you know, I'm trying to figure out if I'm right or not, and just getting an opinion out of there and being comfortable with that. Because I mean, it is really intimidating sometimes, you know, like being with dudes who got like 5 years service time and like just been doing this for a long time, but they accept me. They want me to be me and because even help them out too sometimes. So like whenever I'm comfortable, I can get it out.
Who's got the nastiest stuff that you've caught so far, and who's got the nastiest stuff that you've faced in like lives?
Nastiest stuff I faced is Prelander. Peoria. I mean, man, I think I had my 3 worst at bats I've ever had in my life against him yesterday. Like it was the craziest thing. Like he threw a slider, and I swear to God, like it went over my batter's helmet, like so I couldn't see it because of like the thing right here. And so I'm like, okay, ball. Right down the middle. Okay, ball right down the middle. Oh, all right, goes to down, strike 3. But he's got some nasty stuff, and nastiest guy I've caught, I'd say probably Blake Wyman for me. He just brings another level when he gets on the mound. Like he's just aggressive, alert. Like you can just feel his presence there, and he just wants to work. So. He's great to catch.
I mean, you were here a little bit last year with the mini camp and then sprinkled in, but like the intensity that some of these guys work with and for practice, like, and they're doing it every day. The intensity that they bring has got to be kind of like eye-opening, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. It is eye-opening, but I think the thing that's most eye-opening is just how like almost routine it is. Like a lot of time, like when you're on the other side with younger guys, it almost feels like you're trying to prove yourself every day. And so we kind of pour our intensity in a different manner, like kind of not in as helpful way. But over here, it's just kind of like with the older guys, they know what they're doing. They know who they are. They know they're good, and the intensity comes out when it needs to come out. And so it's very cool seeing how they can just turn the switch on and off, and how a lot of times, like when stuff is just routine, like they just keep it routine and nothing else. It's awesome.
So, Service said you did your thing in a British accent. You said it was really good. How good is it? Can you give us a little? I don't know.
Doing the accent, is that right?
Because it's like they always say that British people can do an American accent better than American people can do a British accent. But like you grew up around it, so I imagine it's like.
You want me to keep going?
No,
You should have done the whole interview.
in British accent, yeah.
I can do it. All right. I'm not too bad. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Helpful having a dad who's had an accent for a long time, though. Yeah.
Thanks, Sherry.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.